sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. Visitor sideline, a look at the Raiders head coach. His team making the long flight, always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Browns. His team off to the opposite start, 2-0, and they are at home seeking a third straight win.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. Off we go from Cleveland. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
It's fair to say this season hasn't gotten off to the type of start they likely envisioned for themselves, but it's still early. A win here, it could go a long way towards changing the trajectory of this entire season. But what's going to make this even more difficult today, not only the worthy opponent that they face, but having to go on the road and do it here in a hostile environment. If he is able to lead his team to a win today, I think that gives them the spark to turn this season around.
Give them 14 on that play. One first down. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Come on. He'll look to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Ready, set.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
On the ground, this is Ashton Genty. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Genty. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Blue 32. Ready.
On a zone read, he'll hand it to Genty.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive, because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach 4th down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Ready.
Back to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They'll throw here on third and short. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
70 Timberwolves.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll look to throw again. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Second and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back to the air one more time. That is caught at the 3. As he's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Chad Ryland next for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense ready now for their second drive. To try to establish some tempo. Start this one with 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Ty Felton. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Trouble 38. Yellow 43.
1st and 10 at the 30.
He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40.
Cut 19. Cut 19. There we go. Set.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. 37 yards.
Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Trying to connect with Chase Brown on that one. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Panther 11.
Throwing now from the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he'll be out of bounds, but gives them some breathing room. Up to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, like you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He'll locate Thornton over the middle. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they've got it with 1st and 10. That is taken in left side by Thornton.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, they really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Raiders. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. On now, Cade York for the point after. It's up and through. And the Raiders will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
That's just a lack of contain here by the kickoff team. You have to at least be able to slow him down. But he's able to get a good head of steam going up that right side. And he's finally forced out of bounds, but not until he gets to the other side of midfield.
Deputy! Panther 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot down the field. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Go! 70 Timberwolf. Ready,
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position, out of bounds at the 3. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Brown. That's his 2nd TD. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin thick. The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule and the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? You pooch it, you kick it out the back of the end zone, and I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you had the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of you failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video game. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2023. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Set, ready.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find maybe CD can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Raiders are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. 3rd and 11.
Martin on the coverage.
Open man is the tight end, Harold Fannin. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's 4th down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Cougar 19.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
70 Timberwolves.
pickup, though, of 6.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Automatic first down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Lions.
Running from the pistol, it's Brown. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
A carry here for Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 17
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
First down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Rig it. Let go.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
For the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And the lead holds steady at 4.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Raiders offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking middle, and it's complete to Felton. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll get this off to Genty. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go. And He had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Browns offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. Room to run at the 40. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A huge play just before the half. 42 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Brown. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Cody Simon in on the stop. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. It is 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. And instead, well, we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
They'll do so with 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Moving to his right. And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 29.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
First time they've looked his way all game long. It comes through with the grab and a first down.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Now, faking the give. This is caught at 2. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. When you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver's able to take it in for 6.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense starting back out with their first involvement of this second half. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 6. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Browns. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Ryland's kick here is good, and the Browns will extend this third quarter lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. The left side, that's caught by Felton. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
A gain of 26 yards.
Ready.
First down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A throw downfield is hauled in by Stewart. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
Okay,
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Cut.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to the air one more time. He'll step up and run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Let's go.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go.
With the fullback trying to power it home. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Vegas. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Come on.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Moving left. He's going to tuck it and go. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Out to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On the move left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Ready? Liking 18. Ready?
He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
Whoa. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that ball. Whoa. The Raiders offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
On the double.
2nd and 7.
Here we go. 10 flat.
He'll let one go down the middle. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again. And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
4th quarter gets underway, and it's a run by Brown. And it'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of a 1st down. That's a pickup of 8. From the 35, here's 2nd and 1.
You're not ready.
Here's Brown.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Fires left sideline and is complete. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
1st and 10.
Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it over 300 yards passing in this one. To the air now on 1st and 10. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Harold Fannin. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ryland's hit here is good. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down.
Let's go. Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best defenders, Mike, they have an ability to impact the game in a lot of different ways. I mean, take this guy. Earlier in the game, he comes up with a big interception. Now he gets sent on a blitz. He comes through for a sack. We better find out exactly where this guy is, both run and pass. He's having himself a great day.
It is 3rd and long. He's got a man. That's Felton. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
And the Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Run out of the gun for Genty. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
There's that man again. Another catch. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
3 yards. And the Raiders
Out of the gun. He'll throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
a gain of 12 yards. That's another Raiders first down.
They run out of the gun with Genty. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Keep it on the ground with Genty. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
Tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That one, take it in. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Las Vegas. York, good on the extra point. And the Raiders are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Browns are able to extend the lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. The Raiders offense ready to take over possession of the football. Ready? They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Down. Yellow, 22.
Back to throw. He'll get this off to Genty. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds. From the 43, here's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Ready. Black 40. Ready.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. This one complete right side. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw yet again. Right side, and it's brought in by Felton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
That's another Las Vegas first down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that's over everybody. Out of the back of the end zone. It is incomplete.
I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a 3rd. So good decision. Just throw it away.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Browns are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo.
That's good for a Browns first down.
19 tight.
First and
19
10
tight.
at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And another score puts them in great shape here in the 4th quarter. Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0, and barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, they're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. Can't ask for a much better start. This is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in pretty good position.
Ready. 53.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Ty Felton, the intended receiver that time. And it'll be 2nd down.
10 black. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. On left side, he's got Stewart. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It's 3rd and 4. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Open man left side. He's got it. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Ready.
They'll come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Steady.
Here we go. One final play. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. So the Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start.